Oh man, behind the scenes, we are back.
We're back and I'm ready to go already. There's a gnat problem up here and they're going in my ears. I'm not liking it.
Maybe you got too big ears.
No, they're little.
They're little? You must be sweeter than me because they ain't bothering me.
Oh, they are swarming your head.
I was going to ignore that
yeah.
part.
All right.
All right, we're going to go back to, what are we going to call this? The forgotten
Treasure
job?
hunting.
The treasure hunting?
We're going to go treasure hunting.
All right, we're back up here on the job. We cleared all the trees off. Man, it's been a while since we've been up here.
It has.
Good news, the equipment's still here. That's super convenient.
That is a big plus, yeah.
All right, let me show you what we got. All right, in case you guys forgot, we were up here about a month and a half ago, cleared this hillside off. With everything else going on in the weather, we haven't had a chance to get back. But what we need to do now, we got this hillside cleaned off, is we need to fill, we're gonna raise this whole area up right here to the same elevation of the cabin. And there was what looks to be an old foundation here. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And it has settled, or it has done something. See all the holes. Man, what is the deal with the bugs up here?
I don't know. I don't like it.
I think it's you. I think they're attracted to you.
No, bugs are not attracted to me.
Oh, it's...
Let me, you know, when I ain't standing by you, I don't have this.
Is that what you're gonna go with?
Yeah.
All right, well, the vintage Dirt Perfect equipment's been sitting here for a while. I think she's gonna fire up and dig.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's gonna kick? Here's the question. Do you remember what you did with the key?
Put it right where you told me to put it.
Do you remember where I told you to put it?
No, absolutely not.
Huh. Well, we must have hit it good because I think we hit it from ourselves. Come on, baby.
Yeah, found the
Come
key.
on, found the key. Good news, it was right where we left it. You putting the key in upside down?
I didn't think there was an upside down. Well, that's
Oh, I think she's gonna start. Look at that.
yeah.
All right, one down. I'm not too worried about this one. This one usually starts. All right, come on, baby. We're up and running. All right, we are in business. Yep, that's a pretty good sign. We got some rain up here. All right, we're gonna start off on a little bit of a treasure hunt. I don't know if they buried a bunch of trash in this foundation, or if there's just a bunch of concrete down in there, or what they got down in there. We're gonna figure it out. Try to get it backfilled properly so they don't have this settling problem. Hopefully it's a bunch of concrete we can just kind of rearrange and make it work, which it looks like it might be. Oh yeah, look at that. We can call that best case scenario, to be honest with you. We'll use this as a big rammer rod. before we get that concrete busted up, we'll reuse it as fill. There's that much less of a chance of being an issue later. Alright, I don't know who backfilled or filled this in last time, but I'll give them some credit. They actually did a pretty good job. They got pretty clean concrete debris down in here. The issue is they didn't get this concrete broke up big enough, or broke up in small enough pieces. And they got this loose backfill on it. Come on. Got this loose backfill on it. What's happened is our material just worked down through that concrete, and it hasn't really settled. It's just caused voids. So we're gonna bust this up in smaller pieces so we got less of a chance of a void. And then we're gonna kind of backfill it in layers and try to work everything down in there, because surprisingly this is actually some really good stuff. Piece there is going to be too big to break, so we'll set it on the bottom down flat. Let's separate some of this out. You can definitely tell there used to be an old foundation here for sure. Right there is the old foundation wall. You can pretty much see it follows that crack up through there. We'll probably dig that back and make sure we're good. Over here, that's a perfect little example of kind of that voiding we got down in there. That's what we got to find a way to fix. But I'm just really impressed. The material in here is not near as bad as what I was expecting. probably hard for you guys to tell. But whoever did this old fill-in or this old house built tear down actually did a fairly decent job. I'm pretty impressed with how clean that material is in there. I was expecting to find 4 or 5 foot of rotten debris at the bottom, and there's a little bit here and there, but there's not much in there at all. As you guys can tell by the dirt we're getting back into now, we're getting out of the old foundation. I'm gonna take a little bit of ramp here on this end so we can get the compactor down in there. I think if whoever did this before would have had a compactor to settle it all in and taking the time to bust that concrete up just a little bit, they didn't have so many voids in it. I don't think they ever would have had an issue, but I'm not going to complain. They did a way better job than what I thought they did. Alright, let me finish digging my access here. We're going to get the little roller. We'll get the little roller. We'll beat the crap out of this real good. There's only about a foot of material in there before it gets to the old original basement floor. We'll compact this in real well. Put another foot in there. We'll go ahead and use this material back up. Just get it in there right and get it compacted. And then keep building our way on up. Well, hopefully you guys can see the beauty and the chaos there. I think that's going to come back around really nice. I'm definitely glad they did not decide to move this cabin back another 6 inches, because yeah, I think now it worked out too well for them. Good call, whoever set that there. So, all right, let's go get the compactor. Let's see if we can get this all settled in. So while I'm doing that, Aaron's over here stripping the topsoil. This is eventually going to be our borrow pit area, and surprisingly, he's actually found some pretty decent topsoil here. So we're kind of getting it staged up there along the edge of the woods, so we'll have it for later to clean everything up. It'll have some roots and stuff in it, but that ain't no big deal. We'll be able to take the power rake and kick that stuff out when the time comes. Well, B4 back in action. We hauled this guy in this morning. We got a bunch of rock to go down up here. I was gonna just bring the smooth drum in, because we'll need the smooth drum to roll all the rock in, but I don't know if I trust it back there in that hole, so it ain't that big a deal to haul those up here. So we got them. We'll use this one for the dirt. When the time comes, we'll get the smooth drum up here and use it for the rock. All right, guys, I am extremely pleased with the way that packed in. This was all the way up to the top of this block. So we settled that down 8-10 inches minimum. It worked itself down. I don't know if I did explain before, but I did kind of take the bucket and went down and went through all that debris and kind of turned it up to make sure there wasn't any big slabs or any big voids down there below us. There was about a foot, I don't know, a foot to foot and a half of stuff in here. So I'm really surprised it settled down that far. But that's good. That's what we want to do, is get it settled down in there. So we're going to start taking, what we're going to start doing now is I want to take these slabs and we're going to layer them in there where they're all laying flat. We're probably going to rake some of that looser material over there over top of it, and then we'll compact that in and keep working our way up. Make sure all that stuff's good and buried, no voids, everything's up tight. And then eventually we get up high enough, we'll cap it all off with some good dirt and then eventually rock. So I'm gonna clean this up and get it out of the way for Aaron real quick. I don't know, a little building or something here. Heavy-duty ode railing. Set this metal over here out of the way for now. Eventually get it loaded up and get out of here. That'll work. Just a little bit of concrete left there from that foundation. Just gonna have Aaron push it over here. We'll bury it with the rest of this stuff. I guess the question is, should we tell Aaron now or later that I just seen a big old snake crawling in one of those rock holes? We'll find it. We'll be fine. All right, this may take a little bit of it might take a little bit of time to get this all down in here the way we want, but I'm gonna go through and place these and try to get them broke up. I've already got them broke up pretty good, but when we can get them broke up, what we don't want them to do is lay like that where they have a chance to cause a void on each other. There we go. Get them down there in a nice flat layer, just like so. nice layer of concrete down in there. We're gonna get a little bit of this loose, clean dirt over top of it. Hopefully that'll work out all the little cracks in between it. That should allow us to come back, run that compactor over everything. These are some old school heavy duty blocks, let me tell you. Lacey, we'll get this all beat in real good, and we'll do it again. All right, guys, that actually worked better than I thought it was going to. Hopefully you've seen the method to my madness. We got a nice little flat layer, busted up concrete laid down. Got a nice layer of loose material over top of it. We'll run the compactor over it to see what it does. Hopefully it settles all that loose stuff down in between that so we don't have any voids. And then we'll rinse, wash, repeat, and do it all over again. Actually worked better than what I was expecting, to be honest with you guys. That settled in there real nice. Really confident we got all of our voids taken care of. Should make some really good feel. We just got to keep doing that till this pile's gone. Then once that pile's gone, we'll start bringing some good dirt off the hill and capping this all out. We basically need to bring it all up to that level of the cabin, then we're going to kind of continue that on around the front, but we can't do any of that till we get this finished. So let's hammer down and get some more of this knocked out. That right there, guys, is what you call one of those you have no idea what you're getting ready to get into. And I would say, honestly, that was probably best case scenario for what we had going on there. All the material we were able to reuse, we just had to put it back in there in a different manner. And voila, we got a perfectly compacted hole. So you guys probably see in the background, Aaron started a trench push here. He's been working some of this material down to us this way. Now we got this all leveled up. We need to move that shed because where that shed's at, it needs to come up almost 2 feet. We're gonna move that shed on around over yonder, and we're gonna start getting all this filled back in. Hopefully we can shove this thing where we need to go without destroying it. Angle, there you go. We don't need the tree, just the thing. Let me see if I can take the excavator and turn it a little bit.
Yeah, if you can turn it a little bit, great.
Just spin it a little bit if you can. Bring the back towards me. Angle your blade this way. There you go. have him shove it straight back. I got you at work. Shed moved, no damage or collateral damage, so that's good. Aaron's gonna start working that dirt. He brought across down in here. Basically do the same thing with this as what we were doing with the concrete stuff. We'll get a layer in here, foot deep or so, run the compactor over it, and beat it in and keep bringing it up. I need to jump back over here. We got a few trees we need to take out to make room for what we need to do. So Mr. Aaron's hard to work on this. We're gonna go down yonder. So here's the ultimate end game, I guess, on this. Is back there where Aaron's at. We just filled in that hole, and out here in front we want to bring that all up to the level of the cabin right here, and then behind the cabin we're going to take that down to the level of the cabin, which will basically give them a whole lot more room to work around the cabin. So one thing we need to do is he wants any tree that is leaning out towards the driveway or any tree that's dead and hanging down, we're going to take those out. So we ain't got to worry about it falling over, damaging the cabin or any other buildings he puts here. And before we get all this filled in down through here, there's an old fence in there. It'd be nice to have a lot of those trees out of there. So while Aaron's working on this, we're gonna take a few trees out. First here are gonna be pretty easy. They're relatively small. We just got an overhead power line down below. We got an underground power line that comes right up through here, so we gotta be a little bit careful about that. Other than those few obstacles, we're gonna be doing pretty good. We get a little closer to the cabin, we got some bigger trees that may be a little bit more of a challenge. Come out of there, you know you want to. There you go. Before I get more than what I can pack. Oh, did I get them all? Oh, I got them all but one little one. That's a win. Usually I always take down one tree too many and I can't get the last one, then I can't walk over into my brush pile. Go ahead and get these stacked over here out of the way so we don't get ourselves bound up. We'll go back and grab those few, excuse me, just ate a bug. Go back and grab those few big ones. Looks like this is going fairly well.
Yeah. Got a lot more parking out there right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
You got a lot more sunshine coming in.
Yeah.
All right, man, behind the scenes, we are down to 2 big sketchy trees. Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2.
Yeah.
What they can't see, I don't know.
Power line,
Yeah.
power line. I don't know if they can see how close the road is too.
So we do not want to set Exhibit 1 or Exhibit 2 on fire. We do not want to put Exhibit 1 or Exhibit 2 on the cabin.
No.
So, which one do you want to take down first, and which way are you going with them?
This one's gonna be pretty easy.
This one will definitely be easier than that one. I do agree with that.
So you want to start with the easy one first?
Well, do you think?
Now, while I was down there looking at that tree a while ago, it looked like it's leaning to the road.
I was
Maybe
gonna leave that part out, but you are correct.
Okay. All right.
And I cannot get on the other side of it because there's a drop off there.
Yeah.
yeah. And I accidentally bumped it a while ago. I'm not sure how strong it is. So here's what I'm thinking. Would be ideal scenario is if we can take this tree and fall it that way.
Yep.
Then I could grab it by the root wad, drag it out of here. And then if we could take that tree and fall it basically through this tree, that would be good, right?
Yeah. That'd be really good. So, let's take that one first, and you take that one second.
Let's just hope I don't wear one of these. Can't be damaging my beloved 120.
No.
Man, I love the 140. I love the 140.
It's back out of danger zone. I love it.
I know.
Here.
But man, the 120 is still a good old machine.
Yeah.
Still a good old machine. All right, well, I'm procrastinating.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Big root. One down, one to go. play it safe on this one. I'm parking my D4 back here behind the cabin. All right. This one here, I told them I'm playing it real safe. I parked my dozer behind the cabin there. That way you don't get it.
Like this one, I don't know how dangerous this one looks. We got limbs precariously hanging.
Yeah.
Leading towards the power line.
There. Yep. Power line's right in there.
We got a whole bunch of stuff just not in our favor.
I know
I got all the roots on the bottom side, but I left all the roots on the top side. Hopefully it'll just kind of hinge and come this way.
Yeah. I hope so too.
I think the problem is going to be is once it starts moving, it's going to come pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I hope the 120 is as quick as what gravity is.
Yeah. All right. Must be second guessing his idea now. All right, he may have came up with a new game plan. Yeah, keep it going that way. You're looking good. Make sure it don't come towards the cabin anymore. You keep it going like it's going, it's good. Yep, that'll work.
I'll call that a perfect strike.
Yes, it was.
Gonna lie, we got considerably more done than what I was anticipating today. Wasn't really for sure how that large hole was gonna go. I even brought the dump truck up here thinking there was gonna be a whole bunch of garbage and stuff in there we're gonna have to haul off and dump over with our brush pile, but fortunately we did not need that. But got all the brush cleaned up around here, a little straggly stuff in there, but it's not gonna hurt anything. This is all gonna get filled through here. Aaron's got another lift on this. He's gonna buzz it off, getting ready to roll it in. There's a 50-50 chance of rain tonight, so we just want to get this thing to where if it does rain, we ain't gotta worry about holding water or slowing us down. So hopefully that won't be an issue, but the dirt coming off the hill is not the best of the best, but it is actually packing pretty good for as wet as what it is, so that's good. It's got a little bit of rock in it, so that adds a little bit of structure to it. So got a pretty good start. We're getting our bench cut in around back here. So kind of see where the gravel was at. That's where the old parking area was at. I basically wanted to be able to drive the vehicle through here. There's the ultimate goal. So we definitely got it wide enough. We need to take this down a little farther and get it tilting away from the building a little bit, but we're on the right path. Aaron just started another bench up there. What I think we're gonna have to do tomorrow, hopefully if it don't rain, is we gotta take a bunch of this dirt right here and get it down here in the front. We gotta build this whole area up out here in the front. I don't really want to push it across the driveway and make a bigger mess than what we need to. It's too far a push, especially with the little dozer, to bring it around the backside. So we may load the truck here get us a bench in here back across the driveway and start stacking some loads in. That'll be a really short trip, but I think it might be the most efficient way to do it. I do have the large bucket for the 120 over there, so we can do that pretty easy. But another full day of running with the vintage Dirt Perfect equipment, and no issues whatsoever. It's kind of nice to get back to the old school, get back to the roots, and yeah, D4 is running awesome, 120 is running awesome. Everything's going good. So, all right, that's a wrap on this one, guys. We're gonna get out of here. One of the reasons we've had a hard time getting to this job is it's actually a good ways from home. So we're gonna hit the road, head back, and hopefully do it all over again tomorrow if we miss the rain. Later. If your travels take you through southern Indiana or just looking for a unique destination, everybody is always welcome here at the world famous Derby Market and the home headquarters of the Dirt Perfect operation. No guarantees you'll catch Aaron or myself, but feel free to take all the pictures you like. Just for obvious reasons, please don't climb on or in any of the equipment. And most importantly, please tag us on all the social platforms, including the Derby Market. Before you head out, take a quick trip inside, look around, and locate the Dirt Perfect Visitors Map. Be sure you pin the location you traveled from and enter the Dirt Perfect Visitors drawing for a chance to win some Dirt Perfect merch. As always, guys, thank you for watching and supporting this channel. It means the world, and we shall catch you on the next one.